If a mistake was made, something must be done to rectify that mistake. And obviously that's what we had always hoped for.
An entire family was found guilty of Karyn Slover's murder, but now they're trying to take the case back to court. Good evening, I'm Brandon Morano.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. The investigation and 6-year-long trial were thrust into the national spotlight. But now, more than 20 years later, the Slovers legal team says they have proof their clients are innocent. Our Capitol Bureau Chief Cole Henke is live outside the Macon County Courthouse now. So, Cole, what new evidence do they say they have?
The lawyers representing the Slovers say that they have DNA evidence that proves that the Slovers are innocent, and they say it came from tests that weren't available to investigators at the time of the trial. In 1996, 23-year-old Karyn Slover was shot 7 times in the back of the head. Her body was found dismembered and stuffed in plastic bags on the shore of Lake Shelbyville. Her ex-husband, Michael Slover Jr., and his parents, Michael Sr. and Jeanette Slover, were found guilty of murdering her in 2002. But now, a 2,000-page petition filed in Macon County Court can be summed up by one of the first lines: the Slovers are innocent. The UIS Innocence Project is an organization that uses modern forensic testing to revisit and possibly exonerate people in old cases. It's representing the Slovers. In the petition, lawyers try to poke holes in the prosecution's argument that led to the conviction. During the trial, investigators relied on expert testimony to link concrete samples, buttons they say were from Slover's clothes, and even dog hair found on the duct tape in the plastic bags to link the 3 Slovers to the crime. The Innocence Project refers to all of those methods repeatedly as, quote, junk science.
I think there is serious doubt, given the advances in the law and the advances in forensic science, that evidence would be admissible at a trial.
Macon County State's Attorney Scott Reeder, who served as the state's attorney during the original trial, takes issue with that characterization.
They want to characterize it in a certain light. It's the science that was available to us at the time. That doesn't mean it was junk.
Urbana lawyer Steve Beckett joined the Innocence Project on the case in 2010, but he says the big breakthrough came in 2016 when a lawyer granted a request for forensic tests that weren't available at the time of the investigation.
There's a footprint on the Finley Bridge. There's duct tape on these bags that have never been forensically tested, and that those were really good investigative leads that, of course, were not available to law enforcement at the time.
Beckett says DNA tests on that information, quote, excludes the 3 Slovers and instead reveals DNA sets for 3 unidentified males. The Innocence Project filed that information and more with the Macon County Court. Now it is up to a judge to decide whether or not it is substantial enough to reconsider the case. Reeder says he is confident that their case will hold up.
I'm highly confident about the result. The correct result was reached. We'll just see what the newest development brings.
Michael Slover Jr. is actually due to be released on parole in just a few weeks on March 15th. His mother, Jeanette, is still being held at the Decatur Correctional Facility, and Michael Sr. actually died in prison back in 2022. There's a hearing scheduled in the Macon County Courthouse on April 4th. And I've been told from representation on both sides that hearing is likely going to be almost like a status hearing for both sides to figure out exactly how they're going to proceed. Reporting in Decatur, I'm Cole Henke, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Cole, thank you so much.